Okay, let's go back to the original list of general location criteria and look at the first division, climate and topography. Let's look at this first map. We're going to start out very basic here. This map shows the main climatic regions of the country. Notice there are areas that you might have thought would be very cold that are actually moderated by huge mountain ranges and ocean currents, among other things. Now let's consider rainfall. We all know that rainfall is very important. Water is crucial to sustaining life. And precipitation can be affected drastically by topography. Take for instance the Cascade Mountains. On the western slopes of the Cascade Mountains, they get a tremendous amount of rain coming in from the Pacific Ocean. And the mountains seem to stop the inflow of rain clouds where they'll get up to 100 inches of rain on the western slopes. But you can go a short distance on the other side of the slopes, the eastern side, and they'll only get up to 6 inches annually of rainfall. So there can be a drastic difference in rainfall due to topography. Now, let's look at an annual precipitation map. This map shows the average annual precipitation in inches. Bear in mind that generally speaking, west of the Great Plains, most of the precipitation comes during the winter, as opposed to the east that gets precipitation throughout the year. Now, you know that precipitation does affect snowfall in the northern part of the region. So let's go to an annual snowfall map. You can see areas of light gray in the Rocky Mountains and Cascade Mountains. These areas get the most snow. Going down from there, depending on the tint of your screen, would be purple, bright pink, dark blue to light blue, dark green to light green, and ending with yellow, getting very little snow. Another category of climate and topography is elevation. This is one of the most important factors in snowfall. Elevation also affects climate, and particularly temperature. For every 1,000 feet of elevation you go up, the temperature drops 3.3 degrees in Fahrenheit. Now, friends, this can drastically affect your garden and your orchard, your fruit trees. Now, let's look at the plant hardiness map. One factor to consider in raising fruit trees is how cold your area can get in the middle of winter. The plant hardiness zone map you're looking at shows the average annual minimum temperature you can expect. When you narrow down to the area that you're going to look at more closely, check with the local nurseries and the county extension office to get more detailed information on your area of interest. Now let's look at the freeze-free period map. This map basically shows the length of growing seasons throughout the country. Now the next category under climate and topography is sunshine. We all know that sunshine affects our health positively for the most part, and also our mental health. But you know, it also affects our ability to generate electricity from the sun. Let's go to the average daily solar radiation map for June. This map shows that the most solar radiation is represented by the beige-colored area. Next is yellow, and then green. Now let's look at the daily solar radiation map for December. And looking at the suitability of an area for using a solar power system, this is the most important map of the two, as it will show the solar radiation received during the darkest time of the year. Folks, there is a price to pay. The more sun you have, the less precipitation you'll have. And it's very hard to do without either one of those. By the way, the less precipitation you have, the less forestation, or the fewer trees that you'll have on your property, which means less possibility of getting firewood to keep warm in the future. It's very hard to do without either one of these, so I sure recommend trying to reach a balance.